It is done. We now have the performance review for the Erke Humble. No shortcuts, no gimmicks, just straight, honest to goodness performance tests. This is not a sponsored post. We just do what we do, so let's dive in. Welcome back. This is Fresh Pair. Smash the thumbs up button, share this video to your friends who might be interested in the Erke Humble. Follow me on Instagram. If you're new here, subscribe to my channel for updates. We'll make this quick without missing out on the details. That said, let's dive in. I've done an earlier video about the materials of the Erke Humble. Go ahead and check it out for all the details, link in the description box. But from a strictly performance standpoint, the upper material flexes adequately where it is needed, especially during push-offs. It's not the softest material out there, but it's not too firm either. It just has the right level of firmness. No issues with the quality as the woven threads are still holding up nicely. Overall, the quality of the shoe is really nice, way better than I expected, especially comparing this with the other Erke shoes I have seen personally. This is a huge leap from the brand's previous shoes, and the quality is up there with the big brands, and that's saying a lot, to be completely honest. I generally wear a size 11, and the online store where I ordered my pair listed a size 11 as a Euro 48, which I knew was off. Strangely, even the box lists Euro 44 as a US 9, which is also off. I took my chances and ordered a size 44 Euro instead, and the fit is the right kind of snug I'm looking for. No dead space at the toe box. The fit at the heel is like a glove straight out of the box. As I've mentioned in my initial impressions video, if you're planning to grab a pair and you prefer a snug fit, go with the Euro size equivalent of your US size. If you need a bit of wiggle room, go a half size up. Take note that the toe section will feel narrow in terms of width and height for those with wide feet, so wide footers will definitely need to go at least a half size up. A full size up in Euro size should also be fine, but that should generally be the maximum. The heel cushioning is really good without needing to break in the shoe. Right on the get-go, the foam midsole really compresses during heel strikes, soaking up the stress from the impact without causing any significant lag. This matches up against current heel foams from the big brands. Meanwhile, the forefoot cushioning has just the right amount of responsiveness. It's not mushy, which is great. It's not like bricks, which is even better. If you're expecting something like a Zoom Strobel feel in the forefoot, you won't find it here. What you'll get is just the right amount of forefoot cushioning suitable for low-to-the-ground players. Heel-to-toe transition will feel a little wobbly at first, but you'll get used to it. The very minor wobbliness is because of the TPU plate being bottom-loaded, glued between the rubber outsole and the soft foam midsole. While there is a Strobel board between the insole and the foam midsole, it would have been better if the TPU plate is wedged right inside the foam midsole for better torsional rigidity. Nevertheless, the court feel is good. The forefoot midsole in particular does not sit too high, but just enough for that responsive ride without losing a sense of what's underneath your feet. Lockdown is an outstanding feature of the Erke Humble. The contour of the heel section really hugs the heel without any unnecessary space, and the internal heel cup, which is not high, adequately secures your heel in its place. Absolutely no heel sliding of any kind. Those with wider heel base, though, might find the heel area a little constricting than your usual shoe, as the heel section feels a bit condensed. Midfoot lockdown is also superb. The lacing system gets the job done of ensuring that the tongue does not loosen up, making your feet firmly planted on the shoe. At the same time, the upper material molds to the shape of your feet with each movement. The woven threads do not stretch, but they do flex with the movements of your feet, which is good. For playing comfort, I was able to hoop in the Erke Humble without any major issues. No pinching, no hot spots. Just make sure to wear proper basketball socks. It doesn't have to be the pricey ones loaded with a lot of gimmicky tech. Just wear any thick ones and you'll be good. The shoe also has some ventilation as the small spaces in the woven upper allow some heat to escape. While it's not the most breathable, the ventilation is still adequate. The rubber treads are really pliable and the spacing between them is narrow. No problem with the court grip on clean floors, but on mildly dusty floors, there was a very slight delay upon floor contact right before the forefoot stop. The pliable treads take a fraction of a second before they completely grip the floor. This is not so much because of the dust, but because of how pliable the treads are. It's really not a deal breaker as the shoes are very much playable and the traction bites the floor, but it's something that the brand can improve on in future iterations. They just need to make the rubber compound a little bit denser. If you want to know if the outsole squeaks, it does, even with the slightest friction between the outsole and the court. Disregarding the price, I think the Erke is a good on-court performer overall and is a good option for any position. The shoe is well constructed, even better than some of the ones from the major brands. The overall quality is surprising in a good way for an under-the-radar shoe. The cushioning is the best part, while the lockdown is really close. The traction is above average in terms of grip. Just be aware that the treads are really soft and pliable. Go with your European sizing if you're planning to grab a pair. The retail price is around $95 or 5,500 pesos. And if these go for less once they go on discount, then you have a bang for the buck shoe in the Erke. I just wish that these were more readily available because the brand is promising. But overall, I'd give the Erke an 8.75 out of 10 if a graded score is what you're after. Let me know what you think about the Erke. Post your thoughts in the comments section. Smash the thumbs up button, share this video to your friends, follow me on Instagram. If you're new here, subscribe to my channel for updates. This is Fresh Pair, thanks for watching, peace and love to the fellow underdogs.